I'm too busy watching Total Bellas.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, TNA apparently.
Someone has to.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the World of Wrestling podcast. My name is Rich, and I'm joined, as always, by my buddy Tax Williams.
Hello, everybody.
Your sparkly pants are amazing.
Thank you very much. I'm only available from RJ Singh's Ring Gear is where I got my gold sparkly pants. Yeah.
Oh, outstanding. And we are joined today by our very special guest, Smart Blake. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm very good, fellas. How are you guys?
Very good. It's a little warm in here today.
It's okay, I think.
It is sweating already, or is it just me?
British summertime.
Oh, it's beautiful. We are doing the G1 special from New Japan in San Francisco.
Love San Francisco as a place.
You've been there?
Yep, I went there for my honeymoon.
Very
Fantastic place to be, but even better, wrestling card.
Yeah, the card's pretty fucking amazing for this show.
It's very, very special. Obviously, a big US event. Pull big guns out.
Yeah, boy.
I will say this is probably the favourite show I have watched wrestling-wise in a very, very long time.
Cool. That's pretty awesome. So let's go around the table and talk about our New Japan kind of experience. So I've been passionately following it for about a year. I kind of was very casual about it previously to that, especially when it was up against kind of All Japan back in the day. I watched bits and bobs then. Nothing from the kind of faux MMA period they had. But yeah, the last year or so has really been what I've been watching. Tax?
Really new to it myself. Picking out the odd Wrestle Kingdom match probably started when we had Nakamura and Styles. Mm-hmm. That's the first New Japan match I watched in a long time. The only
Mark.
But then the prior to that, the main Japanese wrestling I watched was Noah when it was on the Wrestling Channel.
Yeah.
But then recently started to watch a lot more of it, and it's a fantastic promotion. Really enjoying getting to know the characters, getting to know the wrestlers, and unquestionably the best in-ring action bell to bell that you'll find, I think, at the moment.
Too right, yeah.
Most definitely. Myself, about 2 years ago, I think I started to get back into it because Zack Sabre was doing a few tours, not as he is now. Obviously wanted to watch Brit Boy over there. Got involved, subscribed to New Japan World, and followed it ever since, really.
The other thing we should probably do is talk about who the hell you are.
Me, myself?
Yeah, go on. Just give me a little bit of your background, just so people know they're listening to, you know.
I'm Smart Mark Blake. I am the ring announcer for Southeast Pro Wrestling, our local promotion, and I'm a contributor to ProWrestlingPost.com.
Awesome.
I write some articles, and people read them and send me feedback.
Sweet, man. Yeah, cool, awesome. And you also came to the New Japan show with us into Milton Keynes the other week.
3 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Something like that. I've lost track. Disappear with the kids.
Yeah.
Cool, awesome.
Yeah, Mark Blake was the first person, along with Alex Aces, to greet me when I turned up for my first NJPW training session.
Oh, that's nice.
Memories, yes.
So I walked through the door to be greeted by a floppy-haired Alex Aces and a man in a beanie.
Yes, me and my beanies.
Probably look at this guy going, who's coming to steal my spot now? Some Johnny come lately.
All right, so we're doing the G1 special in San Francisco. This is kind of a sweet little event, and it's got a lot going for it. It's a big stadium. It's the Cow Palace in San Francisco, which JR immediately refers to as the Madison Square Garden of the West, which I was a bit like, not quite sure they're the same.
I think this is the first JRism, as we see throughout this card, that makes me think to myself, as much as I hate to say it, JR just needs to stop.
Yeah, I think we can kind of all agree on this.
Yeah, he doesn't do enough, so he's that far away removed from the product.
Yeah, so there were obviously a couple of times throughout the event where JR referred to Bushi as a Bushi, and you can excuse the name slips, for especially if you're not overly familiar with the product. But some of the move calling and the move sets which were being referred to, and just shitting on some of the matches.
Yeah.
As we get to it, was a case
of shut all over the whole show. They did,
but it took away a little bit from the action. I can imagine through the few bits I've seen with Kevin Kelly and Cyrus doing bits as well sometimes.
Oh, so much better.
Yeah. And I can imagine
because they watch the show, they know who people are, they know the storylines.
So it's always difficult if you've got people coming in from the outside who aren't overly familiar with the product. Yeah, JR in general, even when he was doing stuff. When he was at World of Sport, even coming in to call some stuff in WWE now, he just doesn't care. It's a payday for him now. Yeah. Vince McMahon phones him up and says, JR, do you want to come to Saudi Arabia? Because the Crown Prince has asked you to come along. He asked for Gorilla and Heenan, but, And also Yoko, but we'll just give him Rusev instead.
Yeah, they just don't care. They don't want to be there. This is payday. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Sad state of affairs.
So, I mean, we get this cold open with JR and Josh Barnett. And he goes, 70 years ago, the Cow Palace opened. Many consider it the Madison Square Garden of the West. And Josh Barnett goes, the way things have been going, anything could happen. Because he has no fucking idea what's about to happen or what has happened with this company. And JR follows that up with, we'll leave here tonight with new champions in some area. The G1 special from the Cow Palace in Fresco starts now. I mean, the opening package after this is decent, but they just don't care at all. Like,
Also, it's pre-taped. It was pretty much an empty arena, and it was just lackluster, and that's just being nice. There was just no emphasis on how great this show is, on how important it is to break the US market. There was nothing there.
Do you think part of the attitude was down to they thought, I wonder how many people will actually watch this show?
maybe. I mean, they've got the Cow Palace, the Madison Square Garden of the West. You would have thought they
you
realised
should
it's a
be
big
hyped,
deal.
But I wonder if, for JR's standpoint, because obviously the live audience aren't going to hear his shoddy commentary.
Yeah.
I wonder if he thought there's going to be maybe like 1,000 people who watch on New Japan World who will subscribe and go through the rigmarole of subscribing. Unsubscribing apparently is a pain, by the way. New Japan World, if you ever want to do that, probably
Don't
not.
think I'll need to anytime soon, to be fair. So,
But I wonder if that was part of the attitude, and also I don't think he's done commentary with Barnett before.
okay.
So I wonder if it's again
They
a
have.
chemistry
They've
thing.
done the other New Japan specials.
Oh really?
Yeah, they've done all of them, and they've been pretty terrible. At
Oh, in
least
that case
the
they
other
should know
ones,
better.
They seem to care a little bit.
Well, they did. They cover the Wrestle Kingdoms. They do them for the Access TV specials.
Oh, I've never seen it.
I've never seen it, but
yeah.
he does talk about it on his podcast.
Okay.
I
bet that's
And-
fucking
yeah.
great. Yeah, it's going to be so much better than this, isn't it?
But yeah, they do cover the special events, and
Yeah.
again, there's nothing different. It's just still lackluster. There's no oomph.
Yeah, it's so like the only times when they do refer to stuff that's happened in the past, it's from the last special that they were the commentators on.
Barnett referring to as Roppongi 2K or 3K or 4K or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
That annoys me. So let's go into the opening match. So unless we've got anything else you want to say on this.
I'm good.
Cool. I mean, there's going to be so many times I'm going to bring it up as we go through this. Because I actually watched it, the beginning bit live. We were kind of tweeting each other and shit. And then I'd done a 12-hour day, so I fell asleep about 3 or 4 matches in. So then I watched this back with the American commentary the whole way through, the day after. And then when I watched this like 2 days ago for this, the podcast, I watched it with the Japanese commentary because I couldn't hack the American one anymore. So yeah, the Japanese commentary is really nice. It's like a pleasant mumble, and then they get really, really excited in all the good moments, and they name more of the moves in Japanese than I heard Josh Barnett and JR name. So yeah, I actually followed. They seemed listening to them, you could learn more about the products, basically.
It's easy to pick out in Japanese when someone
Yeah.
shouts out "melts a driver."
Yeah, exactly. If Kevin Kelly and Cyrus are doing it, they're absolutely brilliant. But if JR and Josh Barnett are doing it, listen to the Japanese commentary instead. Trust me, it's so much better. We've got Chaos Collective of Roppongi 3K of Yosho and Rocky Romero, with Gato and Yoshihashi, the most boring wrestler in the world, versus the Bullet Club, Tamatonga, Tongaloa, Hujiro Takahashi, without his valet, not even some sort of San Francisco strippery copy version, which is a bit of a shame, because they did that for Milton Keynes and it was really embarrassing. So Chase Owens and King Haku.
King Haku, my God, again an outsider, not overly familiar with the product too much. Is this the first time King Haku's really been involved with his boys in the show? Because, man, if King Haku had been on it, I've been watching this ages ago. I loved Haku growing up. Him and the Berserker, who also got a mention from JR as well in this
Did he?
commentary.
Yeah, Powers
Nice.
of Pain.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, my God, Haku, you look like an Island Boy version of my dad. Absolutely amazing.
But Haku is actually really good on this, I'm going to be honest. Whenever he comes and does his spots, I really enjoyed it.
For an old boy doing things and still the notorious, like the hardest, toughest son of a gun there is in
Yeah.
wrestling, you still wouldn't mess with him.
Fuck, don't stab you in the eye. Sounds terrifying.
Glad he got his death grip at the end as well.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
yes, come on, Haku.
Oh, on the beard. Yes. Yeah.
Good lad.
It's really good. He gets it over like it's really vicious and horrible, and it's just like he's just tapping your chin. It's like, must be the easiest bump to take in the world, you know? Like,
But again, simple and effective.
yeah, he's awesome. I really enjoyed Haku. What about the GOD's face paint? What do we think?
I've put in my notes that Tamatonga's face paint was awesome.
Yeah. I'm a big fan. I wish they do it all the time.
His brother, not so much.
I can't remember what was different. Was it one was black with like red stripes?
It looked like he just rubbed his face in some shit.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Not good.
Well, I'd like them to do this gimmick more, like the old Bullet Club stuff. They'd all paint their face and things. Like, do you know this?
But do you think this is going to be a thing going forward now?
They do it occasionally, but they just don't do it on every show.
Yeah.
So, for example, they've turned up in the G1 with no face paint at all. For like
First time I saw Tama Tonga when he had his face paint, I thought, oh, it's a Scream mask.
Yeah, but fucking hell does it look cool.
Yeah, it looks
the way his
amazing.
mouth comes down into his beard with the white mark and stuff. Like, it's scary, you know?
It does well.
I'm massively impressed by Tama Tonga in this match.
I've been an advocate of Tama Tonga for about 6 months.
Yeah.
He needs to be. I think after that show, he will be pushed very, very much so to the
Yeah,
forefront.
I mean, this all comes to fruition at the end, but he's so agile and fast and so charismatic, you know?
It's very much the cliche of all the tools.
Yeah.
He could be a technical, he can be a brawler. Again, he can do his, anything really.
He's got the lineage. It's, you know.
Yeah, primed to be the next top boy, I think.
It seems like it, especially with the end of this show and such. It's it feels like he's going to be challenging Kenny quite a lot, coming into that little Bullet Club rivalry that they're obviously leading into. Mostly, everyone gets a spot. Haku does Tongan death grips to Gato, which must be living like a childhood fantasy for Gato. If you're in this match, wouldn't that be the first thing you're just like, can we just get him to do that to me, please?
I'd just be scared to be in anywhere near a ring with Haku, and he'd probably like kick my face off.
I'm with Tax with that. I'll just keep my damn distance from him.
Do you remember when he came back, and again, tangent a little bit, when he came back for a Royal Rumble, when he had his big afro and his like big wavy trousers, and I was like, my God, Haku.
Simba pants.
Who did he end up teaming with Perfect after that?
Was it a gimmick battle royal? Or
No,
something?
no, this was properly, he was back in the Rumble. He was like down his like final 5 or 6
Oh,
one
wow.
year when he came back. I think it's the same year Perfect came back, and then I think he went into a tag of some description. But the fact he's still going, and again, I think as Rich alluded to, the fact it allows the lineage of Tongaloa and Tamatanga. It'll be Tamatonga, sorry. I'm JRing.
It is difficult to get them right because he's got the same last name as his first name and blah blah blah. But yeah, go on.
And then Princess Haku came in. It's everything you need to be a top star across the world.
Yeah,
because everyone knows of Haku, and the guy can go in the ring.
Yeah, definitely, man. I definitely think he's going to be one of the next top guys we're saying. Bullet Club win with a gun stun from Tama to Gato, and the Booker takes the pinfall. What a lovely man. So we got next up we got Suzuki Gun, which is Minoru Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr. against a Chaos pairing of Tomohiro Ishii and Toru Yano. Kaze ni nare. Yay! My favourite. I'm so happy. I wish they wouldn't have changed all their music though. You know, they've done a remix for Minoru Suzuki's music, which I kind of hate.
Yeah, it's not good.
Done the same with Okada as well.
Just to show you how much I am now becoming a fan of Toru Yano.
Yes.
I put a picture of him in my notes.
Hey!
Because I love that guy.
He's the best.
Oh, I wish I could be him.
At the beginning, the English ring announcer gets over all his merch, which I was just amazed by. Yeah.
That was I as a ring announcer, I enjoyed that bit.
There was lacking a raffle, wasn't there?
There was unsurprisingly there was not a raffle announced on the show.
Brit Rest, I love it. Everyone needs a raffle, mate.
I've been watching consistently for 2 years. There's never been one raffle.
It's disgusting.
Goddamn Gato. I blame the booker for this.
So the match kicks off. We've got Suzuki and Ishii to start, and immediately they go into the same madness they've been doing for the rest of the week with the 2 English shows and the one indie show they did before this.
It's amazing once. Can you imagine, in the locker room beforehand, you going to forearm the daylights at me? Yeah. You going to hit me back twice as hard? Yeah. All right.
That's how this works. This is what we do. This is our rivalry.
We'll just do this for 2 minutes straight.
Yeah.
But it works.
It's the best rivalry in pro wrestling right now.
Yeah.
Everyone eats it up as well. You know you're onto a winner when you've got the crowd in the palm of your hand by something so basic.
Yeah.
But so vicious. It's horrible at times. Literally, they do it later in the match as well. They get to the point where the crowd are kind of silencing each other down, just making sure everyone gets a nice clear sound of the whoop as they whack into each other. It's vicious, man. But this is the 4th time these guys have done this in 2 weeks.
Carry on.
How are they not completely fucked?
I'm going to sound really selfish here, but I've put my notes. I could watch them two do that all day. It's great.
They're the best.
How long do you think, obviously, that as their feud progresses, how long do you reckon this spot will continue to be over? as people go forwards.
In Japan, they'll love it forever because that's what they're used to. Or no, not they're used to. That's what they.
I think that's fair enough. You know,
no, they
Kobashi and Misawa is what they would do with each other.
True, yeah. It's been a while since some or two pairing have come up and done the same thing as what happened in the past.
Yeah.
So this could carry on indefinitely over there. But as you're bringing it abroad, with this New Japan expansion or whatever it is, the Western crowd are going to get a bit weirded out and bored by it, I think.
Yeah, there's a chance of it. You know, Shinsuke started kind of doing that style for NXT and has kind of softened it down and it's become more comical,
Yeah.
you know.
Which is a real shame.
Probably with purpose, though, you know.
Yeah. But I said, I think with the Western crowd, as they now know what happens, the reason I asked is I thought, are they going to expect this now in every match? And would they then get any form of disdain from a crowd if they now, these two are in the ring and they don't do this brutal forearm exchange going forwards?
When we went to Milton Keynes to watch this, that was the one that was the one of two spots I desperately wanted to see live in front of my eyes.
Yeah.
So it happening was amazing, and with the Western shows becoming more prominent and more eyes seeing it, I reckon there will become a point where it will be too much. It'll be like oversaturated, and then I'll just get bored of it, or start chanting for beach balls or some rubbish.
Yeah, it's weird in that this style is expected, especially from these two now. They do it every time they get in the ring. So if you don't get it, it's obviously you're going to be disappointed by that. But then if you think about 2 years ago, Suzuki and Shibata and stuff like that were just skull cracking each other to get the same response. Essentially, that'd be like clunk of two heads hitting each other. That's legitimate and horrible. And that fucking ended his career, essentially.
Yeah.
And so they've softened down a little bit in the last couple of years to accommodate the longevity of these dudes' lives and careers. But this is an expected thing from Japanese pro wrestling in general. Like, if you watch any Noah show, I guarantee there'll be a spot at some point when two dudes just forearming the crap out of each other. I'm sure they do have nagging injuries, and I'm sure Minoru Suzuki and Tomohiro Ishii have got unbelievable amounts of concussions from every match. But I think this style works when you have those breaks to recover afterwards. Unless it's completely just ringing your skull in. I think generally how Kenny Omega, Okada, and Naito wrestle, I think they could do it all year, every year for a good 20-odd years still to go, you know?
Then switching it back the other way, because there's been an argument with, obviously, the world's biggest promotion being WWE. The product is stale because we see the same guys again, the same matches. Do you think they'll see the success of New Japan and they'll say, what if we then, let's say, give, on a rotation, the guys a month off to recover from their nagging injuries, because they're never going to have an off season because of their TV commitments.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll start taking some of this approach that New Japan have and how they have their scheduling, and for storyline purposes basically say, okay, Randy Orton, I mean, it'd be great if he was off TV permanently, but if they said, Randy Orton,
What do you mean?
It's been the same guy who's been on TV since the year 2000.
Yeah, no,
my God.
Yeah.
But it's a case of, would they say, Wrestler A,
He is good,
you can have
but
2
he
months
needs
off.
developing. Yes, go on, carry on.
2 months off to recover and recuperate. Do you think something, and the success therefore that New Japan's getting, do you think it's going to catch WWE's eye and they're going to go, oh, they've got something there, their talent are happy, their talent are fresher, but can go a bit more of a fast pace, a bit more of an aggressive style? Or do you reckon they'll just keep the money cows?
I don't think they care about their guys. I think they'll work them into the ground until they die.
I think since Daniel Bryan had the concussion and all that kind of stuff, there's a bigger emphasis now on looking after their talent.
In reality or in the media? Because Daniel Bryan only got offered and got cleared because he was going to go to New Japan or Ring of Honor from September.
Controversial.
No, I think because, don't get me wrong, he's married to someone in WWE. His father-in-law is therefore a booker in WWE. His brother-in-law is the face of WWE.
Wait, father-in-law? Who are we talking about?
Laurinaitis, technically links to
Johnny Ace.
Married to the Bella's mum.
Really?
Yeah.
God, I don't watch Total Bellas, which is where I'm assuming you get all this from.
It's my favourite pick. I'm going to be watching an episode when I get home tonight.
Oh, God.
Love me and John Cena's house rules.
So, Daniel Bryan is related to Johnny Ace via 2 marriages.
Yep.
Oh, what is happening in this world?
Yeah, Colt Cabana still got signed as a joke.
Suzuki hits Yano with the turnbuckle, reversing Yano's usual tactics, which was hilarious.
I love that.
Seeing Minoru Suzuki do something essentially comical was pretty fun. I've only seen it. I watched a match with Minoru Suzuki and Mecha Mummy in DDT the other day, which is like a giant silver robot with like a spinny weapon that just like made out of foam.
Oh, that's right. In the corner, he's trying to drill into his corner.
It's the best match ever. Like I saw Lariato on Twitter upload GIFs. I was like, I'm gonna have to try and find this. Yeah, it's amazing. So he can do comedy, but he doesn't usually. Usually he's beating the crap out of women or whatever. Kayfabe, legitimately in kayfabe,
get that in there quick. Yep.
Him and Asuka had a great match. I'm just gonna Google that. Don't worry. Great, scary, but anyway. Suzuki hits Yano with the turnbuckle. Yano goes for the low blow. Zack blocks us with his knees like they did in their previous match. But then when Zack turns to do his kind of shifty, you can break your arm with... Is that what it's called?
Euro clutch. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. He knows names. I'm a fucking amateur. Call me Michael Cole. So does the Euro clutch, as you say.
I'm a big war correspondent.
As he spins, Ishii comes in. Big lariat for the 1, 2, 3. God damn it, Yano. Ruining my picks. But yeah. I really enjoyed this. It's fun. It wasn't the greatest match these guys have ever had, but it was a nice comical kind of like,
something
filler.
different for a low blow as well.
Yeah, it was nice to see a low blow blocked and then just twisted around and on its head, and great finish.
Yeah, exactly.
JR said it's going to get better.
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
I thought that match was really good. It's better than anything I've watched on a Monday night for a very long time, and it's better than what I've seen from a Sunday night.
Yeah. It's you wonder whether he's trying to be like, oh, it's going to get even better, folks. But because he just doesn't care what's happening, he's kind of just like throwing cliches into the dirt and being like, there you go.
It's going to get better.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, JR.
It's absolutely great, isn't it? So next match, we've got the Bullet Club of the Villain Marty Scurll and Hangman Pagey against Go Ace Tanahashi, who's my absolute bae. I love this man with all my penis. And Kushida. How cool is Marty's ring gear?
I love Marty.
It's so awesome. The massive headpiece, the fucking wig, and the coat and everything. Like,
well, we touched on Marty
gangster.
Scurll on the prequel. Marty Scurll on the prequel pod.
What do you call him?
Marty
All
Scurll. That's my second balls up of the night.
Yeah, don't worry.
But it's trying to say Marty Scurll and the prequel podcast, how he is easily the best British wrestler, and he's got the best character, and he'd be of the British wrestlers the best person who'd stand a chance of being something in WWE if he were to ever make the mistake of going there.
He's right up there, yeah.
Most definitely. He's on point with everything. He knows who he is. He knows who his character is. It's a great moveset.
Yeah.
Just don't go at WWE, Marty, please.
Please don't. They'll sit you on 205 and bury you alongside like Kenta and Drew Gulak and all these amazing wrestlers.
Yeah.
So the good guys have Taguchi with them. Do you know who Taguchi is and his history?
No, not at all. My notes here was Google who came out with Tanahashi and Kushida. And then I got, and then I just wrote next to it, Taguchi. And then in brackets I went, tag. Huh?
So, Mark, you've been watching this for a couple of years, so you probably caught the end of Apollo 55?
I did, yes.
Awesome, right. So Apollo 55 are Taguchi and Prince Devitt, who's Finn Balor.
Ah, yes.
Okay, so this is Devitt's, like, when they were having Match of the Year tag matches, this is the tag partner who was with them.
Okay.
Who then Balor, Devitt, whatever, turned on to then form Bullet Club.
Okay.
Okay, so since then, kind of taken a bit of a downturn.
That's just putting it mildly, that is.
Yeah. He's become like a comedy football coach kind of character. It's a bit weird.
Right, okay.
He uses a whistle better than Titus O'Neil.
Does he use a whistle better than Coach, who managed Mr. Perfect?
Oh, let's just skip over that, shall we? Tanner is obviously kind of enjoying the crowd in this match. It's one of the things I noticed. I think he likes the response of a big audience. Yeah, as the superstar. It's kind of nice.
You want to feed off your fans, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, elderly superstar. Is elderly the right word?
No, it's seasoned.
Seasoned, yeah. Experienced, veteran superstar.
Yes, veteran.
Yeah, no longer the ace, really. He'll always be the ace to me. Should be sad music playing now. I want to cry.
I'm sure we can edit it in royalty-free, sad violins.
As you're talking right now, there is sound music in the background, trust me.
I can hear it. It's touching me to my very core.
So Kushida goes for the hoverboard lock, which I absolutely love. Do you get the whole Marty McFly Back to the Future gimmick? Awesome, sweet. I thought you did. They go for Texas Cloverleaf, doesn't get it done. Down to Hangman and Kushida towards the end. Kushida runs his spots, but Hangman pretty much blocks all of them, holds on, does his rite of passage, which is this kind of behind his back pile driver thing, and gets the 3. It's a bit of a lame finish for Hangman, isn't it?
Doesn't Jimmy use the same thing? Jimmy Havoc. He calls it a teabag driver.
Okay.
Yeah. I know. A lovely image.
Yeah.
This
I
was
prefer him just see him lariat someone's head off.
this the first time I'd seen a full Hangman Page match,
Okay.
and I was surprised. He wasn't what I thought he was going to be.
What did you expect him to be of interest?
Quite methodical, quite slow. I didn't anticipate him to be as aerial
Yeah.
in some elements, so it was a bit of a surprise to me. Again, not knowing anything really about him other than seeing pictures and him being in Bullet Club, I thought he'll probably be the technical guy. Nope, I was wrong. Very, very wrong. I mean, he can do technical stuff,
Yeah.
but wasn't as much map-based as I thought it was going to be.
I believe, well, I'll probably get into this a bit again later, but I believe that guys like Hangman Page and Sonada, if they stick around in New Japan, will be main eventing relatively soon.
I've put that in my notes. I said both guys within 2 years will be big guys in New Japan.
Yeah, they've got charisma, they've got the style for New Japan. It's perfect. They're both big hench guys, you know what I mean? They look decent, they're good on marketing, you know, they're not bad looking pretty boys, you know what I mean?
And I think with Sonada being in some of the American promotions before, his ability to communicate or at least deliver a promo in English again makes him appeal to the Western audience as well.
Page is so astonishingly agile for a big lad. The shooting star he does to the outside every match, and that shouldn't be a regular spot for a dude that size. It's so impressive.
That was my first thought. As soon as he did it, I was like, where the heck did that come from?
Yeah, he does that every match. Like, I've never seen a match where he doesn't do it. And you're like, no, that's Will Ospreay's moveset. Like, you know, you shouldn't be doing it, but it's great. He's so agile. He's that epitome of like a modern pro wrestler, you know?
Yeah.
And I think once he eventually turns heel, hopefully, as the Stan Hansen, Vader, American invading, big, tough, strong, bastard American, needs to do a few pies first to get into that caliber. But, you know, like...
But as a modern athlete, he doesn't need it. He can still be... Can you imagine his matches with Walter?
Yeah.
Because, again, after only just watching him once, I started thinking, who would I like to see this guy go against? And, again, because I think in a tag match, I didn't see anywhere near the full Hangman Page, but I'm excited to watch more.
Yeah. He's had a couple of real barn burners this year.
He's come on leaps and bounds in the last... Since when Cody joined Bullet Club. Mm-hmm. And he kind of became Cody's, like, right-hand man, unofficial right-hand man. He's been featured more prominently, especially in Ring of Honor. He's done a lot more work. He's going to be great.
Next up, we've got the Never Openweight Championship. Hiroki Goto is a champion against Jeff Cobb. Kind of a bit out of the blue, this match, but what do you think?
Still a good match. Weakest match of the card for me, personally. I have seen Cobb a fair amount through some of the indie stuff that I've watched. Mm-hmm. Always impressed. I enjoyed all the shoulder tackling. I didn't think there was going to be a title change, and again, I didn't even know the characters. There was just something about this match that didn't have enough to it to make me think this is going to be big enough to have a belt change.
It came out the blue, really. I mean, when did Cobb had made the challenge, 3-4 weeks before?
If that, yeah. After Goto beat Michael Elgin, Cobb comes out and kind of helps his partner.
I thought there was a complete disconnect with the fans in this match. There was no oohs and ahs. They seemed a bit bored. Yeah. I know the action was damn pretty good in the ring, but the fan interaction, they didn't draw him in at all.
No, really, this is Cobb's responsibility as well, because it's not Goto's style at all.
Exactly.
He's meant to be that top guy. Like, Cobb either has to be more heelish or, you know, they need to do something amazingly spectacular to get the crowd involved, because they're just not really.
But again, as we've said in previous episodes, from a booking standpoint, was this a logical booking to have a warm down before the Bucks against Evil?
Yeah, Sonata? Maybe. And it's also they don't want to put anyone against Goto who's going to beat him, because I think they want to keep him in that Never Openweight for at least a while, probably to Wrestle Kingdom at least.
Well, they've got to raise the profile of that championship because it's been thrown around so much.
They tried to with Minoru Suzuki, but even that didn't really work. No. Yeah.
How long has this Never belt been around for? Because I know
too long.
They've had a Never. Is there a 6-person?
Yeah, there's a 6-man tag. Yeah,
and that's relatively new in comparison, or have they been around for a while?
They're not a WGP length of like, you know, a lineage of hundreds of years or whatever. It's what, 10 maybe?
Oh, it's less than that, I think.
Yeah. It came out of that faux MMA period where they tried to introduce all the weird shit.
Okay.
And I just don't see the point of them. I can see why you'd have a 6-man just to float around the undercard, but they're currently sitting on the Bucks and Marty, and they're not doing anything for either of those guys. And this Never Openweight, it's an okay secondary title, but you've got the IC, you've got the junior. Like, I think they've got enough without this.
Too many titles.
Yeah.
That's the thing I've noticed about New Japan is because when this never openweight belt came along, I thought, well, that's not IWGP in any way. So I thought, is this just a TV title, essentially?
It can be seen that way, yeah.
A title that is not even a stepping stone.
Thing is, they don't really have TV tapings.
No, but as in of that,
So
that sort of same ilk, it's a case of we'll give this person a belt because well they've been around for a while, and what else are we going to do with them? Whereas it's not a case of right, you win the never openweight, and then you're going to go up to the IC, and then you're going to go up to the heavyweight belt.
Kinda, it's almost more of a retirement belt.
Oh,
You know, that maybe
I
that's a
dunno.
bit brutal, but it's for guys that can't get to that top level that have that hard-hitting heavyweight style.
As you said, Suzuki had the belt before Goto.
Yeah.
Lost the belt in that hair match.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's just
Which was really good.
He's gone on a great tear ever since he lost the title. So
Doesn't say much for the title,
no,
really.
well, not really.
Well, you've got it at least. Again, it is that IC television US kind of status almost, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But let's get to the finish this quick. Got Ushigoroshi by Goto. He hits his GTR, gets the 1, 2, 3. And still open neverweight. I can't say the name of this belt ever. The open heavyweight champion, Hiroki Goto. What do we think?
I don't remember much of this match, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, Jeff Cobb does his cool spots, his little standing moonsault and stuff. But, you know.
I agree with Tax. It's, you know, with the warm down before the Bucks come out, with it being the weakest on the card, but still not a bad match.
I might just cut this whole match out of this podcast just because it's so irrelevant. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Then we've got the...
So basically, Cobb versus Goto happened.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I might just add that in and just leave it there. So the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match is up next. We've got the champions, the Young Bucks, against Evil and Sanada. So, the rivalry. Do you know the backstories and things like this? Probably not so much.
Not so much. I watched the original match at Dominion.
Okay, so you have seen that. The Bucks win the belts.
Yeah.
Okay, from Evil and Sanada.
Yes.
So this has been coming a long time. Sanada and Evil, obviously LIJ, they won the belts and they were feuding with them, the heavyweights, for quite a long time, mainly with Killer Elite Squad and GOD and people like that. Did they wrestle GOD? I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Just double checking. Thank you very much. And so the Young Bucks have finally come up to heavyweight, and their first match in against them for the belts, they won the straps, obviously. And that's pretty much the rivalry. That's what it comes down to. They've wrestled a few times now.
But again, there's no messing about. Here is the booking. What happens? These guys want to be considered heavyweights. They're going to go through it. They win the belts. The other guys get a rematch. Quality and storytelling is very good.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no bells and whistles. It's not a case of, oh, Nick and Matt Jackson.
There's no convoluted storyline. It's just
you're
plain
the
and
elite.
simple.
We're the elite. Or something that would happen.
It's sport rivalry.
Yeah. Granted, the larger-than-life characters help drag you in, but ultimately, you want to see the good guys prevail over the bad guys, who will be using occasional shady tactics, and then good will always prevail over evil unless other evil gets involved.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as Sanada. I was a huge fan of Sanada when he was in TNA, and I just watched it. And again, this is when I was watching TNA on a regular basis. I thought, this guy is so good.
They dropped the ball so much.
Too busy basically like, what's Hogan doing?
I mean,
Probably
he was
best not
never going to
mention him.
stay in TNA. He was always going to come back to New Japan at some point, right?
But
But I think for his grounding and his understanding of, I know it's, again, probably not meant to sound deliberately as bad as it's going to, but the fact that he then has the ability to grasp and communicate in English on a regular basis, work with American stars in the ring, it's only made him, through what I see, and again, it's the first time I'd watched him in a while.
Speak English? I can't even think I've ever heard him speak English.
But you've got to imagine working with all the American boys in TNA.
Oh, at least communicate enough.
Yeah, exactly, and improve that.
Yeah.
Which I think you can see in his ring work from, again, when he was in TNA to now back in New Japan. Obviously, by association, you're always going to have to up your game because the talent is much better in NJPW than it is in TNA or Impact or Global Force.
More is expected of you in each match. Well, you know.
But he's so good. And Evil's amazing as well.
Evil blew me away, actually. He's been a bit off recently since I want to say Wrestle Kingdom. He didn't perform to what I know he can and should do, and then since Dominion he's upped his game.
I think it's just getting over that injury.
Yes, that did help, but yeah, they're both all four just amazing.
Yeah. They get Matt and Sonata do Dragon Sleeper reversals, and Sonata ends up swinging Matt around in the Dragon Sleeper by his neck.
Yeah.
It looked horrible.
That looked great.
Yeah. Painful.
Painful, but great.
They go for the Meltzer driver. They don't get it. The LIJ guys now do the Indie Taker, which is the Meltzer driver, but without the flip, which is kind of cool, nicking each other's spots. Super kick to Evil. Do you notice that Matt did Evil's finisher in this as well? Matt did the lariat leg sweepy thing that Evil does, which is his finish, which is a bit of a crap finish, to be honest, but, you know, stealing spots. I like this, and at least to the end, which is unusual in pro wrestling. Usually when people do other people's spots, they always kick out of them, you know? But, Meltzer driver after Sonata gets kicked off the top, 1, 2, 3, and still your champions, the Young Bucks. Meltzer driver. What a move. What a maneuver.
Here is a NJPW, just general wrestling question for both of you.
Go for it.
Do you ever see either Nick or Matt Jackson being a top singles wrestler? Or do you think either of them have the aspiration to ever be a top singles wrestler?
I can't see one without the other. They come as a package to me. Taking one away from the other could possibly damage. But then in that match, I noticed who was this? Matt's facials were absolutely awesome throughout the entire match. It was something I've never seen that much of from the Bucks. It was really, really good.
They're doing more and more storytelling.
Yeah.
Over the last year, they've really been trying to work body parts, and this is part of that as well. Like they're getting over the expressions and the moves.
They got slammed, didn't they, for just being spot boys and high flyers? And since then, they haven't come out and said it, but they've done it throughout their matches since then.
Yeah,
and they're doing more and more.
Hanging out with Kenny Omega's really helped.
Yeah.
The only reason I could ever see them being a singles competitor is if it's leading to a tag match. So, like, you know, a one-on-one match with the other team's tag partner, blah, 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 blah. Or if one got a serious injury that put the other one out of action.
I'm sure they've made enough money, especially through their Hot Topic sales, to not need to go to WWE unless they ever wanted to prove a point that they could go there and make it. But the only reason, and again, as harsh as it sounds, the only time the Bucks should go to WWE is when Vince McMahon is dead.
Yeah.
Well, at least out the bloody way. I won't say dead.
He won't.
No.
Vince McMahon will not quit that job until he is dead.
Yeah, it feels like it, doesn't it?
Didn't Vince give booking rights to Triple H the other night for...
They say this, but we'll have to see, I think. If it starts being really good, then yeah, we know Triple H is booking it. Because look at look at NXT's booking. It's absolutely outstanding.
And 205's under Triple H's hand now.
I don't watch it, so...
It's not bad.
Okay.
Buddy Murphy, Mustafa Ali.
Amazing.
Everyone says this, yeah.
Genuinely watch the match, just even as a standalone. I was a bit like... I don't know what's happened here.
On that note, as is tradition with these New Japan shows that are quite long, we get a halftime event so people can sell their merch and the stadium can make their money. So, as they were at the halftime, we're going to play a game. We are going to play a new game I've invented, which I've kind of mentioned on the prequel, that I've now renamed to Promoz With A Z. PRMO.
God.
Down with the kids.
Okay. The Dragon edition. Okay. Are you ready for this? I will read quotes from Pro Wrestling Promos. Okay. The players, you two, must guess who said the quote. Okay. There are 3 different dragons to choose from. Hence, Dragon. Okay. American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan. Okay. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who I'm assuming you're both familiar with. And... get this, I'm quite proud of this one. Red Dragon, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. So basically, I'm going to read quotes out, and you have to guess who said them, okay? So your answers are American Dragon, Red Dragon, or Steamboat. Okay? So, who wants to go first? You keep score. Have you got a pen or something?
Oh, I think
How many questions have you got that we can't count on our hands?
Fair point, but I want to do this officially. So we've got 10 quotes.
Oh
okay?
my God.
So 5 each.
No wonder why you want to cut down the pod.
Don't worry. It's not going to take long. We'll just get through it, okay? All right. We're good. Okay, so who's going to go first?
Guests go first.
Fantastic.
Let's go with it. Okay, so I'll try and give you reasonably easy ones to start with. And they should, in theory, get harder because they're a bit more generic as such, okay?
Okay.
So to start with, I expect that from you. I expect that from your father. But your partner, he was a rebel. He was a renegade. He was a leader. So, Dragon, okay. So, either American, Steamboat, or Red.
American?
Well played. Marks on the scoreboard with 1. Yeah, to Stephanie McMahon on Raw. Okay. Obviously, I've cut out where they've said someone's name that gives it away. So, for example, you said Triple H in that one, but I changed that to your partner. Okay, get it? So occasionally I'll have to change words out. Tax, it is your turn. What we'd like you people to do is join the swarm. So don't clap for us. We don't need to be clapped for. What we want is a buzz. Buzz.
Red Dragon.
Wrong! Incorrect! It's American Dragon. With him and Paul London for PWG formed a tag team called The Swarm, where they talked about dolphins for a promo. And then that's the end of it. So, yeah. So 1-0 to Mark. Right. Mark, your turn. I never make excuses, ever. And the pros think I'm one of the worst guys on the show.
Is that American Dragon again?
It is correct. Well played. You're on the board
Have
again.
you only found
2-1.
quotes from
Shut
Daniel
up.
Bryan?
Shut up. I deliberately put 3 at the beginning that are all dragon to make it harder to guess. Come on, this is gamesmanship here. Okay, let's go with this one. All right. The minutes, the seconds, we have reached our moment. As you and I climb into the ring, we clashed like 2 titans. It's quite a famous one.
So I'm going to go with Steamboat Dragon.
I probably gave it away saying it was famous, but yes, you are correct. Okay, excellent. Right, Mark. There's no storm here that we can't weather. Understand that. Above everyone else in that locker room, they understand that now.
Red Dragon.
Yeah, well played. NXT. Good job. Okay. Go. All right, let's try this one. Help me up. Take those steps. Level me. Break me down with the clothesline. Almost rip my face off my head. American Red or Steamboat?
It's 50-50 between Steamboat and American. Well, I'm going to go Steamboat.
You are correct, sir. What's the score?
3-2 to me.
3-2. Excellent. Right, let's make sure I've read one that I haven't done yet. Okay, let's do this one. All right, Mark. If I kick my opponent in the head, is that head going to end up in the 10th row? And if it ends up in the 10th row, what am I going to do? I love that quote so much.
I'm going to go Kyle O'Reilly, Red Dragon.
Oh, you're bang on, mate. Well played. Yeah. It's actually Bobby Fish, but you'll take a
okay.
Red Dragon. Don't worry, it's okay. Right.
I've got to get this right or I'm out.
How many? Yeah, is this? Okay, right. Cool.
Oh no, this is worse than penalties.
Let's do this one.
Could it be yes, yes, yes?
Okay, Tax. This one, stay in the game. I'm not the biggest. I'm not the strongest. I'm not the prettiest. I mean, clearly that's Twinkle Toes in there. American Red or Steamboat?
Steamboat's done me well so far, but I'm going to go American.
Correct. You are still in the game. Well played. Okay, Mark.
If he gets this wrong, I get one right. Have you got a tiebreaker?
No, you just draw and I win. Okay. Here my man stands. Plan B. Let's jump on the champion. And yet here I am talking to you today. I was doing really well up until that point. You've done nothing more than reunite the baddest team on God's green earth.
That's American Dragon.
Oh, you fail! It's Red Dragon from ROH.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's okay. Right, so we've got one more. If you get this right, you draw.
I'm so nervous about not losing another World of Wrestling
Oh, here we
podcast
go.
game.
Okay. I'm sorry to burst in right here. I've never seen my friend in so much pain. Right after he finished wrestling. He needs all that oxygen and air. The man can hardly breathe backstage.
Steamboat Dragon.
Correct. Yeah, we're off to a really mediocre draw. Great. Well played,
I
guys.
enjoyed that game. As we're still in the interval, I'm now going to update you on Wrestle League.
Go on, Em.
So, last week I was having a marginally convincing win run, and Rich was lagging badly.
I've done terribly every week.
However, as
I
it
had
was
a few this week.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
double-
did watch the pay-per-view. Unfortunately, it was terrible. But yeah.
double points on the pay-per-view. So, you
true.
got 6 points for the Dolph Ziggler win.
Huzzah.
You got 6 points for the Alexa Bliss win.
Huzzah.
And you got 6 points for Luke Harper getting the pin against Team Hell No.
I didn't notice that, yeah. I'm not sure about this who gets the pin gets the more points rule, by the way.
Well, why should a tag member get...
why should one person who happens to be the person that lays on them at the end get the point?
You make Dragon, I make the rules of Wrestle League.
All right, I'll give in.
And then at Extreme Rules, I only got 6 points for AJ's win. So you got 18 and I got 6. So you were back in the game. Then on to Monday Night Raw, Dolph Ziggler won his match, 3 points. None of your other guys wrestled the rest of the week.
Really?
Yep. Rollins lost for me.
What is Triple H doing? Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, whoever's booking it, I don't even know.
Reigns won for me on Raw, and AJ won for me on SmackDown.
Reigns never loses.
Heading into the final 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks.
We lost the pay-per-view this week, Bobby Lashley, but don't worry. Carry on, sorry.
Heading into the last 5 weeks of this Wrestle League up to SummerSlam, you are on 24 points.
Okay, what are you on?
31, so you've clawed it back, so you're only 7 behind now.
Oh, getting closer. God bless pay-per-views.
Thank you to my employer for providing me the time to update my Wrestle League spreadsheet on my lunch break earlier.
Oh, amazing. Right, cool. So as we go back to the card, we've got Bushi and Tetsuya Naito against Kazuchika Okada and Will Ospreay.
If I'd been JR, I'd be calling him Ibushi for quite a lot of this match.
Yeah, so what was this? Obviously, I watched the Japanese commentary the last time. So did he call him Ibushi more than once?
Yes.
It
was so embarrassing.
But again, as we said, a slip of the tongue. He doesn't watch the product. I'm more annoyed by the movesets and the general disinterest of the product as opposed to getting a wrestler incorrect. Again, it shouldn't do it more than once, but if he's thinking, what are the top Japanese stars? Oh, Kota Ibushi. And he sees Bushi. Again, not right.
Dickhead's got a mask. Come on. Like, he looks so different.
But yeah, JR, again, and at this stage, I was like, I wonder if I can mute this. And which pains me because some of JR's calls have been great, but it got to this stage and I was like, you know what, mate? And Josh Barnett, just don't give up, mate. Just go and be a brute. Just go and beat someone up. Don't sit on commentary.
Well, he takes that on board later, but yeah. What do you think, Mark?
What, with the match or just the Bushi?
Yeah, a bit of everything.
Bushi, that free-tongue mask, I know someone who would really love that mask.
Is it me? Because you do know me.
Apart from you. The SEPW champion, Meathead, would absolutely adore that mask.
Oh, yeah. What about Okada's depressing balloons?
Oh, don't. We saw that. We saw that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
In Milton Keynes.
First time I've seen him with balloons tied to him, not even helium balloons.
And he tried to throw them away and they just fell to the floor.
Yeah.
Basically, he was embracing his middle Pagano and murder clown.
It's so weird, man. So strange. Is this him falling apart?
Well, I thought that. And then with the G1 press conference, he looked...
I thought you were about to spoil the G1 matches. Don't spoil them, whatever you do.
I won't talk about G1 matches. But with the press conference, he looked rather dapper and like he's found himself again. So whether or not he was just on a, downtime and I'm just going to throw on some really crappy pants and a shitty T-shirt and find some balloons and draw some very strange faces on them.
Yeah.
Can imagine
back. Faces?
Yeah, there was faces on them, yeah.
Going up to Gado. Got this idea, mate. Don't worry, I'll drop it for the G1. But if we go to this special, unless I'm going over or have a title match, I'm just going to bring out my mates, the balloons.
Nice. I mean, not exactly over.
No.
He's super over, obviously, back at home. And he should be super over.
I was just talking about the balloons.
Oh, the balloon.
No, mate, Naito is God.
Naito, I was thinking to myself, has potential for great crossover appeal.
Yeah, definitely.
He's
so charismatic. He's so cool. Everything he does, like the little spot where he hits the ropes and just lays down the little flip. Oh, he's the dude.
I love him. Absolutely love him.
The match is decent the whole way through. At one point I noticed Bushi's still wearing his T-shirt, which kills all chops and stuff. Then I noticed so is Naito. They're both wearing T-shirts.
It's a long flight home.
Yeah.
If your chest's lit up with chops, you don't want to sit in economy. You're going, oh, nuts.
Yeah, true. Naito spits at Okada. Everything Naito does is just gold in this match. His kind of comic reactions when his arms go out and he's like, oh, and shaking around and stuff. Like, he's just amazing. Everything he does is so good. Get hot tagged to Okada. He does the Scooby-Dooby-Doo off the top. Did you catch this?
Yeah.
Relatively new thing for Okada, but I think it's funny.
It's a dangerous path. Dangerous path. Don't go down the comedy route. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, Okada.
Yeah, he tends to do it when they're in America, especially.
Yeah.
The Scooby-Dooby-Doo thing. I don't know whether it's him going, this is an American thing, you'll like this. Don't know. I kind of like this little character development recently. I think it's something a bit different for him. You're not into it?
I'm not into it, no.
Okay,
Because
cool.
he's been champion for as long as I've been watching it.
Yeah.
So see him do a complete 180 like this has thrown me, let alone thrown him.
But would you be interested in still watching that same character year on year?
13 years, John Cena.
Yeah, but you don't enjoy watching him.
I say, how
I
sick
do
are you of
now.
John Cena?
No. I'll take that back. I appreciate John Cena now.
Yeah.
I don't particularly enjoy the character.
It's because you barely see him. Whenever he comes back, he's very good.
he's having
but-
fake breakups. So
Oh, yeah, true.
I think Okada's character.
Wrestling's real. So is Total Bella's. Sorry, God.
Top Bell is definitely real. But I think Okada, it's just, again, his tweak for his character, for him to try something different. And again, on the Strong Style Evolved show and this G1 special, they are important shows for New Japan, but they're essentially throwaway shows.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
the other matches you've got on the cards, again, especially when we come to the main event and we get sort of going Juice and Jay White in a little bit, they're the key matches of this card that have real knock-on effects to other storylines for New Japan. These few shows they've done on their tour before the G1 gives them a chance to try something new. And again, as you said, if a card is turning up at press conferences looking dapper and isn't turning up looking lost, then maybe it was a case of, right, I'm going to give something a try, see how it gets over the Western audience, because then different audience, different feel.
Maybe. Yeah.
But yeah, again,
Again, it's almost like he's taking a break, you know?
yeah, decent match. Enjoyed it. Top to finish. And again, as always, who doesn't love a Spanish fly?
Yeah, one-man Spanish Fly. They're good at teasing a lot of stuff. They teased the Rainmaker, they teased Destino and the Jumping Tombstone, but don't hit any of it. Then basically we're down to Osprey and Bushi for kind of the finish bit. We get the one-man Spanish Fly, you said, Robinson Special, then Stormbreaker at the end, which is terrifyingly incredible. How did he come up with this shit?
the velocity on that move and the torque. Oh my god.
Will Ospreay is quite special.
It's a shame because just before the interval, they announced that this was obviously they're coming back to America. They're doing the Long Beach show on the day that he would have been at Progress.
Yeah.
So it's a case of, well, again, as we found with Zack Sabre Jr., as we spoke about earlier,
Right, I see. Okay.
these big shows are obviously what they need to pull the talent out for it. And it
Yeah.
means that the Progress guys, but again, always cards subject to change.
As always, yeah.
Yeah, you never know who's going to turn up, I guess. And holy shit, here we go, boys. Champion Hiromu Takahashi and Daryl, who's the little cat he carries around,
Yep.
versus Dragon Lee. So, before we get too much into the effed up parts of this match and how crazy it is, do either of you know the Dragon Lee, Mystico, Sin Cara saga that's happened over the last few years?
No.
No.
Dragon Lee is actually the second Dragon Lee. Okay, when Mystico left CMLL to come up to WWE to be Sin Cara, the guy who was wrestling as Dragon Lee became Mystico. Okay, so he became Mystico 2 for CMLL. But then we all know what happened with Sin Cara in WWE. Didn't go so well. You know, he was picked to be like the new Rey Mysterio. Ends up coming back to AAA as a different character, like Sin Cara 2 or something. They called him something weird. And eventually he ends up back in CMLL, okay? So the guy who was originally Dragon Lee has a younger brother who is Dragon Lee 2, who's the guy we saw in this match for New Japan, okay? But Sin Cara is now back in CMLL as something else. I think he's Sin Cara, or I can't remember what he's called, but he's not Mystico, which is really weird because the other guy took his job is Mystico, took his gimmick, basically.
So he still has all the comic books
Yeah.
and all the
So
TV
he's
shows about it.
In the company where he was Mystico, that he's returned to, but he's not allowed to use the name.
As he still looks at Hunico and goes, God damn it, that guy's still getting a salary.
Yeah, it's a real strange kind of situation. But it's the Dragon Lee 2, it's the guy that we see wrestle tonight again.
Could you not find any Dragon Lee quotes for Dragon?
No.
I'd love to hear them in Spanish as well. That'd be brilliant.
So, do you know that Dragon Lee took Hiromu's mask when they were wrestling in CMLL?
I did not know this, no.
There you go. That's where the rivalry started.
I did know that. And I think it was mentioned on commentary, wasn't it?
I don't know. It wasn't on the Well, it might be on the Japanese one. I probably just didn't understand it. It's Japanese. But this rivalry has been insane. It's been through ROH, New Japan, CMLL, everywhere. Like they've taken this match across the world, and what a match it is. Do you want me just to run through some of the spots, or do you just want to rant and rave about this?
I thought it was a very enjoyable match. Again, with not knowing too much background, anyone who comes out of a lucha cat, good old Daryl,
Yeah.
I'm a fan of.
I've never seen the pair of them wrestle, ever.
Oh wow, okay. I'm surprised neither of you have come across this because
against each other.
Loads. All right, okay.
I'm too busy watching Total Bellas.
Obviously, yeah, and TNA apparently.
Someone has to.
The chemistry between the two, you can tell they've been battling for years, but the chemistry was just amazing. The start, he hurdled over the top. Dragon Lee hurdled over the top rope to deliver what was it, a Hurricane Rana or a Dragon Rana?
Rana, yeah.
Onto the floor outside.
That's the first thing they do.
If that's the first thing they do, shit.
Collar elbow, anyone?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so crazy. So you get that, and I've literally just written down, so many spots. But then Dragon Lee does some Naito mockery. At least they're doing some kind of storytelling here, trying to get over the gimmick and everything. Hiromu does a running Cactus Jack-esque drop kick to the outside, which is horrible. Yeah. The flat bat bumps straight to the concrete on the outside, like, yeah, tasty. We get the lay down flop to the outside by Hiromu as well. They do Loki's finisher, that double stomp to the outside by Dragon Lee. Like everything is to the apron or the outside or off the top. It's absolutely brutal. Get a power bomb on the outside, and they both get a 19 count. At least they're working the crowd and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely love it. They do the endless German spot in the middle, which is terrifying. How many do they do? 20, 30 to each other?
I don't know.
Recklessly. Everything looks so dangerous.
I felt I counted 4, and I couldn't watch anymore. Honestly, it's just so dangerous. The gap between the back of the neck and the heads. No.
I wasn't comfortable watching it. Again, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the speed of it all. But as you said, after you get to the first few, and then it's getting a little bit reckless, they're clearly getting a little bit tired. And again, you know, they're cardio machines. But
this is how every match they've ever had is, by the way. It's absolutely insane.
It's probably going to be the last match they have.
Well, that being said, I get to the point where they're dropping like reverse ranas and lariats and all sorts of stuff. They get a massive standing ovation. Then they do the open palm strike thing, where this is usually how they start this match. They'll get in the ring and they'll just palm strike each other for 5 minutes until the other one can't take it anymore. It's like a quest of manhood or something. It's
At this stage, Josh Barnett reminds us all that a closed fist is illegal and you get disqualified.
Thank you, Josh Barnett, for your insight and depth of knowledge into New Japan.
Unfortunately, I'm going to start putting this into SCPW commentary. It's a closed fist. I don't know why Referee Keith Hawkins has not disqualified him.
We get the spot of the match that's become the controversial moment of this whole show. Hiromu does a suplex reversal into a Rana, into a triangle hold. Dragon Lee does the Rampage Jackson, pick him up, slam him down while he's in the triangle, which doesn't work. So Dragon Lee stands up, captures Hiromu's head right down onto his, leans backwards to do the dragon, the dragon driver, and literally just drops Hiromu on his head to the point where his body weight is kind of leaning over his head as his neck hits the ground and clean breaks his neck.
Even you describing it makes me wince how horrific not only that is, but how just to see it.
Every time they showed the slow-mo and the 3 times I watched this, I almost threw up.
It's I would say even the drop, because you know how people used to loop Sabu being dropped on his head.
Yeah.
This is worse, I would say, than that.
I'm glad I didn't watch this live, because I think I probably would have turned it off. I watched it the next morning. I woke up to all the tweets and the news about him breaking his neck, and I was kind of prepared for it, but watching it, it wasn't enough to prepare me. That was just no, yuck.
I suppose I'm not laughing because of the situation. I'm laughing just because of your reactions. It's like it was that bad.
I mean, accidents happen. Everyone's pointed that out, and Dragon Lee was getting death threats and all this kind of stuff. Like he bloody meant to do it on purpose.
Of course not, yeah.
It was just a very, very, very unfortunate accident, but a move that didn't need to happen. To be honest,
they've done it plenty of times before safely. It always looks scary. This time, he didn't throw him over enough. Having the triangle with his legs wrapped around his neck just meant this was never going to work. And you can imagine the conversation backstage, like, what's the next step? How do we put this driver in there? You know, and they just haven't really thought it through. It feels
basically innovation went wrong, unfortunately. And yeah, that's at that stage of this card, I was like, no.
Yeah,
because I hadn't
it's
read
rare.
about it
It's
until
very
I
rare
saw
these
that.
accidents happen.
Yeah.
But when they do,
they happen in a big, horrible way.
This match was incredible, and unfortunately, this match is going to be remembered for that.
Yep. This is not the first guy to break his neck, and I'm sure he won't be the last. I just hope he's okay, basically. We haven't had a lot of details out of New Japan. They're pretty secretive. They don't talk about this stuff, really.
Didn't Hiromu tweet a picture of him saying, "I'm fine, thank you," in about 3 different languages?
Okay, cool. Good to know.
But nothing...
But, I mean, he's the kind of guy that would tweet that if he had a fucking broken freaking neck.
Exactly. You know? There's no medical diagnosis come out, as far as I know.
Yeah. Poor bastard. Hope he's all right. So, I mean, let's get to the end of this match. Dragon Lee then does a superplex powerbomb combo just for good measure.
Yeah, just to be sure.
Yeah, just to make sure he snaps that neck, yeah.
Crack it back in.
Does the last right power bomb straight out of the Undertaker, but luckily he doesn't hit it because I was terrified he was going to absolutely fucking kill him. Gets reversed into a destroyer, which is amazing. 1-2 Dragon Lee kicks. Yeah, sloppy dynamite plunge and gets the win. But as I said, this is all about Hiromu's broken neck, and just hope he's okay.
Yeah.
So we've got the IWGP US Championship match now. We've got Switchblade Jay White, who's the champion, against Juice Robinson. This is one of my favourite matches of the night, and I did not expect to say that. I expected to hate this, to be totally honest. Jay White hasn't got over enough with me recently, as we talked about last time on the pod. And Juice is a little bit of a cliched, happy American character for New Japan, but this got both over with me. This whole match I thought was incredible.
Start to finish, this is the first I'd seen of Juice since he was not CJ Parker.
Okay, cool.
And Jay White, I'd only seen a little bit of him, and again leading up to the Milton Keynes show.
Yeah.
I don't like Jay White.
At all?
I don't get it. I understand the Switchblade character. I think it's a good idea, but as again we've alluded to in the past, he hasn't fully embraced the character. And because he hasn't fully embraced the character, it comes off as a bit substandard. Still a great in-ring talent, but I think he struggles to tell stories as that character at the moment.
I just like to throw into that, after the spot with JR in this match, that to me was a turning point for Jay White. Being chased around by Josh was comically funny, but that crowd went after Jay White. And then what happens, I'm trying to think, about a week later in the G1, which I'm not allowed to talk about,
okay.
with Jay White, I think he's found himself.
Yeah, this felt like the match where he started to really embrace the character, as you're saying. Like, I don't think he had up until this point.
Yeah. But it's one of those things in wrestling, isn't it, where an accident or something goes wrong, and then you make the best of a bad situation. You survive Josh Barnett trying to rip your throat out, and you use it to your advantage. But I said, I obviously haven't watched any of the G1 yet. I know we're going to cover it on a later pod. But yeah, for me, Juice was the star of this. And again, head and shoulders above anything that I've seen him do in the past.
Yeah. So the match is pretty much clear what they're going for. They're going for Juice has got the broken hand. He's not meant to use it to punch Jay White, even though it's his big move that he usually goes for. And Jay White is pretty much dominant throughout the match, and Jay is the kind of plucky underdog trying to get his shtick in and all that sort of such. So the guardrails are a real issue, especially in this match, because every time they get thrown into them, which they do a lot, as we talk about with JR and JB, when they do the suplex into the guardrail and it knocks JR down. There's moments before this where they goes into where the guardrail is in front of the ring announcer and literally knocks it into him and onto him, and they go through the rails at least twice, like straight through. The young boys are not doing their job tonight. The young lions are meant to be holding these fucking things.
There's even one in the main where the ring announcer just gets his knee crushed
That's awful.
by it. And as you said, it's very poorly laid out. Again, looks good for some of the spots, but so dangerous for spectators and ring crew, but did play into the match.
Yeah, it helped, and it might have been the moment that got Jay White over as a heel here. You know, he does that little suplex into the guardrail that knocks into the table, that knocks JR to the floor, mouths off to Josh Barnett, who then chases him into the ring in what is my favourite moment in quite a long time. You know, it's like, as much as I hate their commentary, at least this was fun.
Work. or shoot?
I think Josh Barnett was probably genuinely offended because of the bullshit that's happened with the guardrails, but they're obviously working. If Josh Barnett wanted to actually hurt him, he'd be dead.
Yeah. they mentioned the crappy guardrails all the way through from the first match all the way through to this.
They get really salty about it.
And then even more so afterwards. But as Rich just said, if he wanted to rip his throat out, he would have done it. Who was the referee? Was it Red Shoes?
I think it was Red Shoes.
Yeah, Red Shoes and Josh Barnett. Who's going to win?
Yeah, exactly. He's going to step over him if he has to. It's former UFC heavyweight champion, you know, like he's a legit dude.
But then if they were working, what's the payoff?
Gets Jay White over.
Exactly.
Where's the payoff for Josh Barnett?
He's a bad guy. Oh, there is none. We don't need it.
He's got a payday. He doesn't care about the product anyway.
He'll never ever be back in New Japan ever. But you know, it's what it is. There's a Russian leg sweep to the floor, which is horrible. Taking that flat back bump straight on the concrete again. Absolutely disgusting. Gets a 19 count. We get a, do you want to do your everyone pay attention to me cannonball thing?
I'll just go cannonball.
Come on, I need more than that. It's entertainment.
No, there are too many cannonballs. No, I've dropped the cannonball from my moveset. I've seen cannonballs every week.
Do you know
now.
the quote from Anchorman?
Yeah.
Say it.
Look, it starts off with, "Look at me. I've got a very important announcement. I need everyone to look at me right now. Cannonball!" Splash.
I love how it just peaked as you did it. It
Yeah.
sounded really good. Proper ECW style. That was great. Jay White is really mean to Red Shoes. Ref back in the corner. Get a low blow by Jay. Jay charges in to try and get Juice. The ref turns his back. Juice hits Jay with his cast. The commentators go mad for Juice on the Japanese commentary. You hear them being like, "Go on, cover him, go on!" Like they're really, really enthusiastic. It's great. He hits his pulp friction finisher, which I absolutely hate, but it only gets 2 off Jay White. And there's a huge pop here of disappointment from the crowd, which I really appreciated because I think they all really want Juice to win at this point. Like, there's nothing better than a heel kicking out of something and get like a from everyone in the arena. That's really fun. I get a couple of sleeper suplexes by Jay White. That's very difficult to say. And then Jay White hits his raid blunt.
Oh my word! Oh wow!
Jay White hits his Blade Runner, which is essentially Sister Abigail from
Bray Wyatt fame.
Thank you very much. But it gets reversed into a roll-up by Juice, and he sneakily gets the win. And new US champion, Juice Robinson. Yay!
Which surprised me that he was the first ever US champion.
He was, because it was Kenny Omega, then Jay White, and then, Juice is the third. So first American.
Surprised they had Jay White drop the belt.
Me too. I didn't predict it. I mean, we should have seen it coming, really, but I didn't think they had this much faith in Juice yet.
They kept, if watching it back, JR and Josh did talk about how Juice has had title opportunities and squandered them, so they were setting it up. But
yeah, a good story coming in. He has squandered all his.
I didn't see that coming.
No, me neither.
So I was quite surprised, and then the crowd loved it, ate it up.
For a character they're trying to build, to drop a belt, unless they've got bigger things planned for him, that may have been. And again, we were saying how the booking's been very good. There is always a long-term logical plan by the looks of things. But was that partially dropped, do you think, because he hasn't embraced the character?
I think it's the opposite. I think Gato loves him. I think it's Gato's invention, essentially. And so I think he's going to really embrace him. Have you ever seen... You haven't seen any JY's like ROH stuff?
No.
This guy can go. Like, really, like, he's Young Bucks level of can go when he needs to. Like, he can just do endless spot fest for 20 minutes. He's got the cardio of, like, a machine.
But can he tell stories?
I think he's just starting to. And I don't think you need to be able to do it that much for New Japan. You know, I think your in-ring talent and the way they will book him will be enough of a story. But, we'll see.
I certainly hope so. I've bigged him up for, blimey, 18 months.
I think he's going to do something quite special in this year's G1.
I was thinking that. It's him, there's 3 people in the G1. It's going to be Hangman Page, it's going to be Sonada, and it's going to be Jay White. They're the 3 to watch.
If they're going to put new people over.
Yeah.
If not, is Naito, Okada, Omega, obviously.
Yeah.
And Ibushi, maybe?
That's a match I want to see.
But can you imagine if the final is Hangman Page and Sonada, or who are we talking about?
Jay White.
Jay White and Juice isn't in it, is it?
No.
But Jay White and a young and upcoming face. Like,
the possibilities coming out of that is immense.
and we know when Gato puts people over, he puts them over strong. So winning a G1 is gonna work, with a lot of these guys.
Not Goto though.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that didn't work out so well. But he's keeping him there. He's not dropped him.
Oh, true, very true.
I absolutely adored this match between Juice and Jay White. I absolutely thought it was brilliant. The end, they really get over the fact that this is a bit of a fluke victory. Jay White won't let the belt go. He's reaching for it, and Red Shoe's like, nope, it's not yours anymore. I absolutely love it. They sell that title win absolutely perfectly. Yeah,
Fantastic match.
Awesome. May not be a fan of Jay, but do you like the match?
Match start to finish was very, very good.
Okay,
It
cool.
didn't help with the English commentary, with JR basically crapping all over it.
Japanese commentary is great. They build up tension the whole way through. You can hear them being like, oh, is he actually going to... Oh, Jay White's an arsehole. What a dick. We hate this guy. Like, there's not a heel and a face character with a Japanese commentary.
What I got was continual moaning of, they're on the outside. There are clearly no rules. What's the point? What's the point? There's no rules.
That's another thing. With obviously, New Japan has a 20 count outside, and JR just did not grasp that concept at all. He was like, surely it's time to bring him in. Surely ring the bell. It's been 10.
It's only used as well when the ref's had enough.
Exactly.
And it's like he'll then get in the ring and start counting. Like he'll try and get them in.
There's usually 3 minutes of outside action before a 22 count starts.
This is how it's done in New Japan, and JR doesn't seem to realise that. I need to get you a drink. You sure you guys don't want anything?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
I'm good, thank you.
We're on to championship match, boys.
Woo-woo.
What's it called? Spoonerisms.
Spoonerisms.
Like Bruce Jobbinson and stuff like this. Bruce Jobinson's a great name for a wrestler, by the way.
Oh, that's a gimmick.
Nailed it.
If he ever goes to DDT, like,
It's like Edge and Christian's Paul Smackage.
Push package, yeah.
Small package.
oh, yeah. I was doing it in my head. I'm slow. Shut up.
It's been a long old day.
Who's the other one? It's Flip Sunset, isn't it?
Flip Sunset, yeah.
That's it.
Sip Flund. What?
Flip Sunset.
That's Edge's character.
Yeah.
Sun flips it.
Sunset Flip. Flip Sunset. Just switching around the
Right.
other way.
So it's Spoonerism, but without. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not smart enough for this. The IWGP Championship montage appears on the big screen, which is always great because you get to see the lineage of the belt and such, and that helps get that over.
Love seeing Lesnar getting booed.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. Lesnar was there. Do you know the story about that's why they changed the belt?
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't give it back, and it was for a no-key, and that was such a mess. But yeah, the lineage of this belt is legit. Like, they've got some serious, decent people. There's not a bad name really on that list. And there is a few, but like...
I'm so glad you said that. I was going to cut you off there.
But compared to, WWE and Vince and David Arquette and, whatever
Scott
names...
Norton.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Shut up.
Leave Scott Norton out of this, man. He's a saint.
True. We've got IWGP Heavyweight Championship match. Kenny Omega, the champion, God himself, against Cody. And because we're not being sued by WWE, Cody Rhodes. We can say his last name. Fuck you, Vince.
Vince, if you'd like to give us some money, we'll retract the...
Yeah, sponsor the pod and I'll take out everything you want me to ever take out, and I will just say how great your product is.
If you'd like to fly us to WrestleMania so we can go to see New Japan, that'd be great.
So we get Brandy and Bernard, the business bear, out.
I love Bernard.
He's the greatest character.
I wish he'd come to work with me.
This is going to be paid off at All In, surely. It's going to be someone
Definitely.
under the head, isn't it?
Yeah, it's me.
Do you think they'll do Punk?
It's
Because they're in Chicago?
Daniel Bryan.
No, he signed a new contract.
I know. I was hoping, but
If they did Punk, that'd be ridiculous.
The Pop. would
can't be Punk,
Absolute-
surely.
Huh?
Can't be Punk.
Why can't it?
Yeah,
He's doing a signing
he's
for
certainly not going back to
our
the UFC.
team.
The day before, he's there doing it at StarCast, isn't he? But,
Yeah.
but oh, man.
Let's face it, Punk's UFC days are over. His MMA days are over.
Does
Fair
he
play
need
to
the
him.
money?
No, because he didn't lose his lawsuit. But anyway, sorry.
Do you know who the perfect person would be? X-Pac! Make some noise!
No. It should be Virgil, shouldn't it?
Oh, mate.
Virgil was, to be fair, Virgil was the first choice. Like he was the fourth man of the NWO.
That's right.
Oh, that'd be so good. We get Brandy and Bernard out, that's hard to say. Cody out in his sci-fi kind of Roman legionary gears. Badass. He's so cool.
Got his King Mabel throne out as well.
Yeah, that carry to the ring on the throne is absolutely great. He is
so
hyped
good.
as well. Like when he gets to the ring, he's like snorting and like he's determined to put on the best match of his life tonight.
He is the best example of someone who is not being used by WWE to go out and prove how good you are, because he's probably making more money, he's got more notoriety, And the fact is, again, for him, name lineage as well, like we said earlier about Haku, the fact that Cody Rhodes has gone and done what he's done, and now done the All-In show, best thing ever leaving WWE.
His stock is
He
through
needed
the
it.
roof.
He definitely needed it. Do you think it's about time he went back?
No,
Hell no.
Okay.
not for a while. I think
I agree with you. I want to throw it out there, playing that devil's advocate, you know.
I just think at the moment there'd be no one for him to have a compelling story with. He'd be able to have great wrestling matches.
Ziggler. Sorry.
Vince would be,
I like Ziggler, don't get me wrong, but that's exactly how Vince would book it. They'd
Vince
be
would be
like,
like,
oh, here's Ziggler, there you go.
bring back the Stardust character.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Kenny's out with the Young Bucks in tow, which is kind of cool. And they immediately add tension to this match. They know they don't want each other. They don't want Kenny killing Cody and vice versa. When Brandy goes in to like rescue Cody and stop him from being killed, they're the ones that are comforting her and helping her. The Bucks play a great role in this match. I wasn't sure they would be needed, but they really add to the story and the Bullet Club leadership kind of feud that's been happening between these two.
I thought it was a nice touch to have them there. And again, as you were mentioning earlier about facials and storytelling for the Bucks,
I will never hear the word facials without laughing inside.
facial expressions,
Yeah.
outstanding. Really added to it.
Sorry, I had to. Go on, carry on.
Wowzers.
That's what she said.
Hey.
Thank you.
Hey-o.
Sorry, God.
No, I literally can't follow that.
So the Bucks create a lot of tension without the match, and this match is relatively simple to start out with, but they do everything to perfection.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, I've got no complaints.
There's nothing in there that is wrong. Everything in it has a purpose. There's no wasted momentum by any of them at all.
Lots of shoving and face palming each other and really getting over this feud.
What got me in the beginning of this match, first 5 to 7 minutes, just headlocks and cravats. There wasn't much else going on, and it was great.
Yeah.
And also, not to be overly laddie, but having Brandy at ringside, she looked amazing
She's
and
fucking gorgeous,
and
mate.
really added to, because the natural, I want to protect my husband, I want him to win. The emotion there, even though you've still got the heel-face dynamic, you had sympathy for the heel.
Yeah.
And I think having the Bucks and Brandy at ringside, as you said, Rich, added to this match amazingly. It would have been a brilliant match if it was just the two of them, but having these other guys outside just made it near perfection.
Yeah. We get kind of a double stomp through the table, which is disgusting, where he bounces up off the guardrail. We get the Terminator spot. Yeah, as he goes to the Terminator on the spot, there's an upside-down table just beyond them. And thank God one of the Bucks has reached over and just dragged that table out of the way to make sure they don't impale themselves on it. That was a bit like, oh, he's going to die, he's going to die. Oh, thank God for the Young Bucks actually paying attention. They run spots and suplexes. They get the kind of head-to-head boo-yay stuff going as well. Very Cena-esque and main event-esque stuff, you know, is what they should be doing, really. But then this is the point where I start to realize the kind of story they're trying to tell here. Kenny is being the dominant wrestler, as he should be. He's the best bout machine. It's how they pimp him out, basically. And Cody is not cheating like I expected him to. It's very much Cody trying to prove that he's worthy of this leadership spot. He's not acting so much as a heel anymore. Because right leading up to this, he was a bastard in every match, essentially. And so this is them leading into All In with his NWA Championship, thinking he's probably going to be face for that. And, you know, ending this feud of the Bullet Club for obvious reasons, what happens afterwards. You know, like, how do we feel about Cody not being a big heel here?
I think the fact that he has got the internet abuzz because he challenged Meltzer and sold out a 10,000 arena means you can't be heel. I think he's the saviour
Take a step back, what?
What?
He's challenged Meltzer.
No, Meltzer challenged him.
Right.
Because this is the whole reason why he started doing All In. Because he basically said,
I
ROH
see what
won't be
you're
able to sell out
I thought you meant he challenged him to a match.
Oh my God.
I was like, is Dave Meltzer going to wrestle? He's hedge as fuck. But like, you know, no, he should never wrestle. Sorry,
No,
carry on.
but the fact is that as he's doing that, and as you said, going into All In, which will be against either Nick Aldis or Flip.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be Flip.
Yeah, they haven't built it. I mean, what a disappointment for Flip. It's a case of,
Well, it's probably better if it's Nick Aldis, but Flip still appears in the show somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, jumps out the crowd and saves
As
Cody
Bernard.
at the end or something. Yeah, well, it probably is going to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to be Flip as Bernard.
But yeah, I don't think that
What
he
a disappointment, by the way. Sorry, go on.
Especially after you've now suggested it might be Punk.
As the match progresses, Cody sets up a ladder on the edge of the ring. Kenny is on a table on the floor. The Bucks try and talk sense into both of them as Kenny climbs the ladder, which is a really kind of cool emotional moment and good storytelling. Both end up on top of the ladder. Thank God Cody reverses and does a suplex into the ring. Massive superplex. Can you even call it a super duper? It's a super duper, crazy high.
Super duper
blocks.
plex it is.
The pinfall off of this ladder. I think this is on both broadcasts. They cut away from the pinfall.
Yes, to show the belt.
To show a blurry shot of the belt. It's like, come on, Mr. Director, you did pretty well up into this point, but goddamn, Kevin Dunn, you got it wrong.
It's basically the end of the World Cup final. Let's get ready for them to raise a trophy. Why are there businessmen standing in front of Larice?
So stupid, isn't it? So Kenny gets pushed into red shoes and he's thrown to the mat, which is unusual for Kenny. But obviously he's panicking, trying to get the match finishes. He's just throwing red shoes to the mat, which allows Cody to cheat, but he doesn't, as we talked about earlier. Goes to the crossroads, gets 1-2 and a kick out. And Cody teases the vertebreaker, which he calls something else, but he should call the vertebreaker because that's an amazing name for the move. We get a V-trigger for the first time. One Wing Angel doesn't get it. Vertebreaker doesn't get it. V-trigger again to the back of the head. A straight powerbomb from Kenny Omega.
Nice.
Bit out of the blue this, but it was brutal. It was a rough one. Then a bunch of more V-triggers where he starts to get really slow and methodical. And it's just literally nailing Cody in the back of the head with these V-triggers. And it gets very nasty at times, which I think is getting over the longevity of this feud and this story.
Yeah, definitely.
But Cody kicks out. They then go for a powerbomb on the table of Japan on the floor. Remember this?
Yep, awful.
The Japanese table does not sell.
I did not like that one bit.
The whiplash on Cody's head was like, as he kind of hits the table, it looks pretty bad, to be honest.
It was awful.
You watch the replay, the powerbomb isn't straight in the middle of the table. They've gone just off to the edge where the legs are. So I think that's one of the reasons it didn't break. There was quite a distance between the apron and the table.
Yeah, I think the gap was the issue more than the positioning of the table. But again, you're not going to know that because I think someone moved the table a bit further away from the ring. During the ladder spot, I think the table got moved further back.
Right.
So when they went to drop the powerbomb and dropped him to the outside, I think the table was out of position. So again, as we said last week about people not catching to the dives, the Japanese table shunned its responsibility.
Can't rely on that. You
Can't
rely on Murder Clown.
Yeah.
Brandy gets in the ring to stop Kenny killing Cody and pleads with him, but Cody pushes her away in this tear-worthy emotional moment of "I will do this myself." It's just a great little moment. Lariat by Cody as Kenny goes to the V-trigger, which is a nice little surprise, and like he's buying into the Japanese ethos and way of doing things at the last minute. You don't know what else to do. Throw a lariat and wish for the best, Then Kenny hits a J driller, the double underhook pile driver, which is absolutely brutal. More V-triggers and a One Wing Angel. 1, 2, 3. Kenny is still the champ.
Not surprised at the outcome.
Kenny has to hold on to this belt at least to Wrestle Kingdom.
Hell yes.
Yeah, has to hold on to all the G1, all that sort of stuff. Get to Wrestle Kingdom, see who wins the G1, and I'm sure they'll have an amazing match. Probably Naito or Okada.
Would they go Okada and Omega again? Because at some point, while the match will be good, they won't be able to better it, and then people will be like, it wasn't as good as...
That's not been a problem yet.
No, but that's the thing,
Depends on what happens with Okada. If he has a bit of a personality change, if he becomes an evil bastard and Kenny's the all good, that could work.
Maybe.
But then I wonder if what's happened, what we're going to discuss next, is going to play any bearing on what's going to be at Wrestle Kingdom.
So we get the usual end of match festivities, and then the Bullet Club go up the ramp, and the Tongans, Tamatonga, Tongalo, and Haku are waiting for them. Immediately, you know something's up, right? Yeah, I think everyone did, because it's not the full Bullet Club. It's just the Tongans who haven't been really associated with this little group of the elite recently. And they finally turn heel and reveal the Firing Squad t-shirts. And they end up beating the crap out of 8 of the Bullet Club in the ring, one at a time, with all this, even Yujiro and Chase Owens, who they've been like best buddies with, and all this sort of stuff.
So I think we can all assume that at Wrestle Kingdom it's going to be Kenny Omega versus Haku, which I would watch.
I'd buy that.
I'm totally in. Yeah, we're all subscribed anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, finally, Tama Tonga especially gonna get him over as the top heel he deserves to be.
It's Tama's time to shine.
Yeah, definitely. We've kind of talked about this already, so we don't need to go over it again. But
Yeah,
he's so good, he's so charismatic. With the Tongans and with Bad Luck Fale behind him, it's gonna be great. Can't wait.
again, it's nice diversity, and again, it means that rather than having a split of the Bullet Club, which I think, again, let's be honest, we're still running a business. You split up the Bullet Club, you lose a lot of money.
They're not gonna lose that T-shirt money.
No, so you keep the Bullet Club together, you give them someone else to feud with, you then elevate new stars whilst having your undercard stories and build other people like Jay White. I said that with such disdain.
Enthusiasm there.
Okay,
Well, no, I said, Jay White, if he's booked to be a star, he'll be the star. As you said, how Gato books people, if he books them well, they are your next big guys.
Yeah.
But I can imagine leading into the next few months and heading towards 4th of January, we are going to have some absolutely breathtaking matches and an amazing G1.
Tama's in the G1. Tonga's not in the G1, is he? No, it's just Tama and Fale.
Fale is, yeah.
So Kenny's going to take them on at some point. I think they're in the same block.
I think Kenny and Tama are definitely in the same block. Fale's in the other block. Something at the press conference where they were sitting.
Oh,
Fuck them!
Fuck 'em, yeah.
Have you seen the press conference?
No.
That's Fale.
Fale, they one at a time they come up and they do the whole, we'll be so good, I'll do my best, I'll give me all your support. Fale comes up.
Stardom promo then.
Yeah, very much so. Fale comes up to the mic, goes, fuck him! And just walks back. That's his new gimmick. He's got a T-shirt. It's like every time he's in the promo, it's like the Bullet Club, fuck him. The Elite, fuck him. It's just like this is his
He
gimmick.
just turned into the Iron Sheik.
Pretty much, yeah. I make you humble. Fuck you. I try not to swear so much at this pod, but it's just gone to shit. So yeah, it's all good.
But going into Wrestle Kingdom, can you make this Bullet Club, suppose, split back? Can it last all the way to January next year?
Yes, from a
think
business
so.
standpoint.
Yeah.
Will it have as much of an integral part in New Japan storylines going forward? I'd say probably not, because you've got Golden Elite, where they'll have their little faction.
Yeah.
Cody will be focusing on All In and doing a few other bits.
Yeah.
And then obviously you've got the Tongans.
I think they're gonna stick with Bullet Club versus Bullet Club for a while. It's Wolfpack Hollywood, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's how booking goes, and we're looking forward to the Young Bloods versus the Billionaires Club.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't get that far into this NWA storyline.
I like what Tama Tonga and his brother have been saying, that it's in the Bullet Club there is no leadership.
Yeah.
Everyone is equal. So why are you squabbling over a supposed leadership that doesn't exist?
Well, they were saying before, weren't they, that in some of the promos that you had Tama Tonga in the background where everyone was like taking sides. He was just sitting back being like, And again, brilliant storytelling. Because you can go back to that.
It's like he's been biding his time for about a year now.
Yeah.
It's been a long build to this coming. This payoff was well deserved. It's been a long time,
And just checking again, excuse my naivety for New Japan.
It's cool.
They used to just do 1-year contracts, didn't they? Which expired after Wrestle Kingdom each year, and now they've extended those, so they've got a lot more longevity for their talent.
I think the Bucks runs out October.
I have no idea.
I'm sure I've read somewhere that they run out sometime this year, and already the rumours are starting. Are you going to go, and all this kind of stuff. I think Kenny's tied down for a bit longer, but I'm sure the Bucks are up this year.
It was more just for their progressive storylines going forward, because we see these things, as we said with Tama, that it's a case of he's been waiting a year for his chance to do it. If some of these guys haven't got long-term deals now, or even just 2-3 year contracts with New Japan, will Gato invest in those storylines if he thinks that there could be like AJ and when original club left with Gallows and Anderson going, or will he then be able to have the ability to slide things in if people were to leave?
I think it depends on what they do with it, and if this is just for the Never 6-man, this whole feud is just over the Never 6-man because they've got 3 guys. The Bullet Club have got the Never 6-man. It's gonna be terrible. Like, they need to push Tama Tonga to a high status. Whether it's winning the G1 or not is up for debate. Like, I don't think that's the move to make right now. But Gato does stuff like this. Like, you look at who wins the New Japan Cups. Like, Goto won 3 of them before winning the G1. Zack won this one that no one expected to win. He beat every top guy, like pretty much on the roster on the way to doing it.
Made them all tap.
Yeah, like literally, like all the best guys. And so if he does it with Tama, then this feud could be amazing. But Tama Tonga, Kenny Omega for Wrestle Kingdom main event?
You've got, 7 months to build Tama up?
The question is,
Is
though,
it good enough, though, to the main event, Wrestle Kingdom? Think about the matches that have done that over the last, 10 years.
Oh.
again, my naivety, I'm assuming New Japan will always have their main belt in the main event,
Yeah. Well...
which therefore leads to
occasionally it's the Intercontinental belt.
Yeah, so would it then be that they'd have Omega and Tama co-main, and then have an IC for the main?
I don't think they'll do that to Kenny. I think Kenny's...
They've pushed Kenny so much as this new global superstar, spearheading New Japan. There's no way he's not going to be main eventing.
On that note, thank you very much for joining us today, Mark. It's been lovely to have a guest.
Thank you for inviting me.
Do you have any social media you'd like to plug?
Please do.
My Twitter is smart_mark_B.
Cool. Where's your writings available at?
My writings are available at prowrestlingpost.com.
Awesome. You can check out our shenanigans. Do you want to do it?
I am at the Tax Williams on Facebook and Instagram.
You don't use your Instagram, though.
I don't know how.
You should. Take photos and just put them up. It's great.
I'm sure people will be really interested in my biscuit pose
You'd
from
be
the last
amazed.
SCPW
You'd be
event.
absolutely amazed the bullshit that's on Instagram. Just do MySpace angles down your top. You'll be fine.
Get my man cleave out.
Exactly.
Amazing.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Rich Belay name. The website is worldofwrestlingpodcast.com. Next week, you pick this one.
Yep, next week we are going to go back and watch the first ever NXT takeover.
Thank God it's only 2 hours as well.
So we should be able to get this pod done in like an hour and a half.
All right, it's been a pleasure. Take it easy, people.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.